All right, y'all. What's going on? What look, I can't even talk. What is going on, everybody? We are live once again. Thank y'all so much. As usual, for always tuning in and tapping into what I got going on. So as of right now, you listening right now at this very moment, it is look, it's gonna start today. We might as well get ready for it. It is gonna be Labor Day weekend. Okay, so I got a long weekend ahead of me. So you can catch me Saturday at Moons and Spiritual Shop under the bridge. So I will be there for a little meet and greet and an art chat. That's gonna be from 11 to 2. And then Sunday, you can catch me at the Little Brown Art Market. That's going to be Sunday from 12 to 4. So you can buy prints from me Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, I'm hosting True Sister and Phoenix Presents Lyrical Compound. That's going to be Sunday. And I'm definitely going to post the flyers right after this podcast. So if y'all have been paying attention, I appreciate the likes and the shares and the comments. So you already know who I got on here today. So y'all listen, y'all have to give it up. I already put her on. I already put her on the screen because I'm gonna let her introduce herself because I be having guests on here and they do so much that I don't want to miss a mark on anything, like nothing. So Vanity the comedian, tell us go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what about you and don't miss a beat. You don't work too hard to get where you at. You don't work too hard to get your name out there. Don't miss a beat on
Thanks.
everything you doing and whatever you got going on. State it now. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Most of y'all know me. I am Shavanity Cornelius. My stage name is Vanity the comedian. I'm better known as now. Um, I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, from the Cooper Road to be exact. But I live in Dallas. Been out here like 14 years. I've been doing comedy now almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in November.
Okay.
I'm moving and shaking. I'm moving and shaking out here. If you I mean, I'm all over the internet. I'm all over these flyers. I'm doing shows all over the place. I recently back in
Hold on, you breaking
work on
up.
them.
Hold on, start that sentence
Oh
off.
wait,
You was
hold
breaking
on.
up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I hope my stuff don't start tripping. I recently sold out the Arlington Improv back in April 21st to
Okay.
be exact. Um, that's out here in Dallas. I'm getting ready to be in a movie, my first movie. We
Okay.
start filming in October, called 80/20. I'm also going to be in a stage play called Taylor. Um, that's coming up in October. Man, I'm just out here moving and shaking. I'll be somewhere everywhere. I got a comedy album coming out in October. October is a busy month. I got a comedy album coming out in October as well. So yeah, like y'all tap in with your girl, check in with me.
Yeah. So okay. So Okay. Look. Listen. I didn't know about the comedy album. So look. Let's start right there because we got to
Yes,
start with what I don't know. The comedy album.
yes.
What's up with the comedy? What is the name? You have the name of it.
So I'm a part of this. I was a part of this entertainment summit called the Cookout. There's a super producer engineer out of Houston. His name is D-Bots, and he put together this thing called the Cookout. And so
Okay.
4 times a year, which is once every a bunch of artists, engineers, producers, all of that, songwriters, whatever, they all meet up in different cities 4 times a year, and they do what's called a cookout. And so they basically go in the studio and they just cook up music and they create an album. And so they wanted to implement comedy and have a comedy album recorded. So when I went to Orlando, I was down there for a couple of days for the cookout in Orlando. And that was a summer cookout. And we did a live comedy album. So we had a show in the studio, the famous Stark Lake Studios out there, and we did a live recording. We had 4 comedians. There was Derek Eason. He's from up north. He be on a lot of cruise ships. So if you cruise a lot, you probably seen him on the cruise circuit. Um, there was Miss Rita. Miss Rita is from Baltimore. She's from up north. H. Lee, he's from New York, but he lives in Dallas. And then me. And we did a show, and that show was recorded live, and it'll be put out as a comedy album in October. So you'll be able
Okay.
to stream that on all platforms. Yes.
Okay. So listen, look, you make sure when you start promoting it, like, yo, let's get with it. So y'all make sure y'all support Vanity the
Yeah.
comedian with her with the comedy album. That's big. That's big. I
Yes.
liked
The
it.
Cookout comedy album. It will be out in October.
Okay, cool, cool. Okay, so how did you get started in comedy?
Man, you know what? It's so funny every time somebody asks me how I got started in comedy, because people feel like they be like, man, you like act like you've been doing this forever. Man, I never wanted to do comedy. I never
Right,
wanted to do comedy. Like,
right.
never wanted to do it. Like my friends pushed me to do it. I end up getting you know what Clubhouse is?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The app where everybody be on there talking. So
Yeah.
I was on Clubhouse, and I'd be on there talking to people and stuff. And I would go into rooms and people were like, man, you need to be a comedian. You need to be a comedian. And I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And I ended up falling into this room, this Houston room, and I was like, I got acquainted with these people, and they were saying the same thing. But there was a lady in there by the name of Lady 380, who was a poet, and she
Mhm.
was the one who kind of orchestrated getting me on stage for the first time. And like I literally owe everything to her,
Yeah.
and so I did my first show, and it was all she wrote after that. Like, I mean, it's been like this ever since.
You just fell into place, huh? That's how
I
mine
really
was
did. Like,
that's how
I fell
mine
in love with it that
was.
night.
Yeah, that's how mine was when
Yeah.
after I did my first comedy show, everything just started falling into place. But I'm like you, it wasn't even I won't be no doggone
On
comedian.
my radar. I never wanted to be a comedian, bro. See people do stuff like, you see somebody make a fantastic cake, and you like, I can't do
Yeah.
that. And,
Right.
because you never tried. And so, everybody, my whole life, people been telling me I was funny. Oh, she
Right.
always been funny. She always been this. But I never thought that I could be comedy funny.
Okay.
And sometimes it takes for somebody else to see it in you before you see it in yourself, and that's the case with
Absolutely.
me. Other
Right.
people saw it, and they pushed me, and then I did it. And
Mhm.
literally the night that I started, I fell in love, and now my
Yeah.
whole life is consumed and immersed in comedy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, yeah, but see, for when I I don't stand up comedy. I really didn't like the stand up part. So for me, and that's when I kind of discovered my lane. Like I did. How long? Oh Lord, I ain't even go back when I started. Long time ago. Long time ago. But because I don't like because I actually never written a joke before. I cannot I
Mm,
can I cannot write a joke. So that's when I just discovered my lane of I can host. Cause
mm-hmm.
I'm more of an improv type of person. I'm not finna sit down and
Yeah.
like
And people don't be understanding is levels to doing comedy. It ain't always
absolutely.
about just being funny. It's not just about telling jokes or telling stories, or you got some comedians that can be good stand-ups and they can't
Mhm.
host. You got some that are
Right,
good hosts and can't do stand-up. You got
right.
some, it's all the way around. You got some that can open the show and can't close it, or can close
Uh,
the show and can't open it. And,
that's
or
right.
what I'm saying? Know how to read the room. If the room is going down, how do I turn that around? And I had to
Absolutely.
learn as I went. It's like I
Right.
literally was like a baby thrown into a pool, and I had to paddle. It's either sink or
Yeah,
swim. Luckily
absolutely.
I paddled hard enough, and I swam. But like, man, it was a lot to learn, a lot to take in, and a lot to understand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely reading the room is I've seen several comedians flop just based on the fact that they didn't read the room.
Facts.
That's all I can say. Mm,
Read the room, read the
read the
energy.
room.
Like, I try, I can't always make it to every show on time, but I try my hardest. I make it a
Mhm.
mission to be at shows on time, to be at, especially if I know I'm going earlier in the show, so I
Right,
can have time to come in and read the room, look at the crowd, kind of
right.
see. I have a repertoire of jokes. Okay, I pick and pull my jokes
Yeah,
according to the audience that I have. Because some stuff,
absolutely.
like if I got an audience that's mostly women, then I'm gonna bash these dudes. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? If I
Right,
got an
right.
audience with clothes, you know what I'm saying? If I got a more date night type of vibe and it's couples, I'm gonna talk about relationships, stuff that they can
Right,
relate to. And I
right.
pride myself on being a relatable comic. Like those are like my likability and being relatable are my biggest attributes that that people tell me that's how I am. Man, I
Right.
really liked you because I related to you, or it was a story I told that they was like, I went through the same thing, or I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Like, I love that. I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So, oh, what's up to everybody what's up to everybody that's
Hey
tuned in and
y'all.
tapped in? Hey y'all, hey y'all. If y'all have any if y'all have this is why I like doing my podcast live, because if y'all have any questions, go ahead and please tap in, ask your question. We got Vanity the comedian, and she's giving us her journey into being comedian. So please tap in, feel free to ask your questions, okay? So my next question is, how was your first comedy show? How did you prepare
Ooh,
yourself for your first comedy show?
man, I was sick as a dog. My
Really?
first show. Like, yes, I didn't want to do it. I wanted to back out so bad. I had so many
Yeah.
people that showed up. I had like 30 some people show up that
Okay.
bought tickets, and I had people that bought live stream tickets. And
Okay.
I did not want to do it. I was like so against it. And I had two coaches to get ready for my first show because I didn't know nothing. And so I had
Okay.
wrote stuff getting ready for it. My first show was in Houston too. And so I had wrote stuff up, I had been preparing, and then I went down the day before the show and met up with my coaches, and I talked to them and I ran through my set and what I had, and they told me down. They told me down. And I was like,
Mm.
okay, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
told me down, they had to tear me down to build me back up. You know what I'm saying? So they tore me
Absolutely.
down, but in a good way. In a good way, teaching me how to put jokes together, how to create a set, how to do all of
Okay.
this. Because what I had on the paper, I didn't have it together. And so once when I left from them, I felt so defeated, and I was like, man, I'm about to just go. I said I was gonna study all night. I'm gonna sit up. I'm gonna study all night.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get through this. And I went back to my room, girl. I went to sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to bed. I was like, no, I closed that book up and I put it over there, and I wasn't finna do that. I went to bed, and I was like, I will deal with that tomorrow. And I literally, I prayed and I went to sleep.
Hmm.
I prayed hard, and then I went to
Yeah.
sleep. And then the next morning, I woke up and I was sick. I was like physically sick. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
get out the bed. I just was like, I don't want to do this. And I ended up talking to a friend that does music, and they was like, you need to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, you're gonna feel better. And I was like, okay,
Hmm.
I'm gonna try it. Went to the bathroom. I felt a little better. I was like, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna start writing. It was like 1 o'clock. The show was at like 8. I mean, it didn't start on
Yeah.
time, but I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's like 1 o'clock. I gotta get my set together. I was supposed to do like 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, my first set.
Hmm.
First time ever on stage. Mind you, I never went to open mic, nothing. So I sat down, I started writing, I got my stuff together. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm finna get dressed. I'm finna go to the show. So I went to stop by my coach's house before I went to the show to run through my set and let her see what I had to critique me
Hmm.
one last time. I ran through one time, and she said, you ready? Like
Okay.
that. And she said, get out of here and go to the show. Girl, I left and went to the show.
Hmm.
I was supposed to do like 12 minutes. My first set was like 22 minutes. Because I was last,
Your
it was
first
my
set was
debut.
22
So they
minutes.
let yes.
Okay, that's
My
excellent.
first set was 22 minutes.
That's
And
excellent.
it went flawlessly. Like
Yeah.
I did my set, but they let me have fun because I was the last comedian to go up. Like it was my
Okay.
debut, so they let me
Okay.
promote the show.
Okay.
So I started doing crowd work. Naturally I mess with people. So I started
Right.
messing with people in the crowd, like, and it was just like, and I mean, the set went great. And then
Yeah.
I got off the stage, and there the lady that put the show on, Lady 380, she had invited a guy named Carlos Wallace. I didn't
Right.
know who Carlos Wallace was, but he was sitting in the front. Got off stage, he stuck his hand out to me and introduced himself and said, "You performing at the Arlington Improv in 2 weeks." So my second show was at the Arlington Improv in Dallas,
That's
in
what's up.
Arlington. And so, like, I hugged some of my friends, and I had to go sit down, girl, and I just cried. We was still in the
Yeah.
show, and I just cried. Like, I don't know. I just felt like this relief, and like literally, that was all she wrote. Like, I I still get nervous getting on stage, but it's more of an anxious type nervousness. Like, I be so anxious to
Right.
get on stage, like it's like a drug. I be
Yeah.
I
Oh
be
yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
be
That's the
itching to
same.
get on that
Like
stage. Yeah,
I get jitters. Like sometimes I shake real bad before I get on stage, and that's
me
one reason why
too.
I
Me
never
too.
was
Sometimes.
into stand up, because like once that adrenaline start hit, everything I think I'm gonna say it disappears,
Yes.
and I just get on the
Yes.
mic and I really
I
just go.
you know what? I still get nervous. I get more I feel like I get more anxious when, in my opinion, if I feel like the show ain't going in
Yeah.
the right energy, then
Okay.
I get anxious because I know I'm very confident in my material.
Okay.
And I carry an air of confidence with me. Not to say I'm better than anybody, but I know when I get on that stage, my energy is changed in the room.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna shift the room. That's my goal. My goal is
Yeah.
to be high energy and shift the energy in the room. So I be, I be like, man, I'm ready to get on stage because I know if the energy ain't right, I can shift it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
So
That's good.
yeah,
That's
like,
good.
man,
And that's
it's
good
such a
too,
good
especially
feeling
if
getting
you
on
go.
stage.
It's that's good, especially if you go behind somebody that's not that good. So when you coming behind
It
something that's
can
not
be.
that great,
It can and it
if you got
can't.
that power to shift,
You got the power to
then
shift,
you
and that's
good.
the thing. You gotta have the power to shift because you can.
Yeah,
Somebody can be bad, and then you can go behind them, and their energy can mess your energy up, and then the show can do
that's
this,
true.
and
That's true.
then somebody else job to bring it back up. So it's like, man, working harder, but
Yeah.
like for me, I don't ever go into it like, perfect example. The show that we had, Humor and Harmony weekend at
Okay.
LOL.
Yeah.
So they let these two female comedians from New York go up, and bro, they was terrible. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even like talking about other comics, bro, because I don't worry about nobody else but myself. But it
Hmm.
was bad because they were drunk. They were super
Yeah.
drunk. They was there from New York, and they just took the show down. And it just everybody was just like, "Oh my god!" And it was like, so then the guy Ken Robinson was
Hmm.
our official opener, and he went after them, and he had to work. You know what I'm saying? But he did good, and he brought the crowd back to where we needed it. And then I
Yeah.
went behind him, and I just hit them in their mouth, and I started roasting them women, and I ate them up, bro. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it just made it so much better. Like it turned the show around. So it's like, it just depends, man. Sometimes you be like, ugh. And I hate when I don't like the energy in the room. I don't like it because I be like, ugh. I feel
Yeah.
like the audience. I'm like, I see what y'all going through.
'Cause-
I'm like, I feel what you going through. I'm sorry. I'm
because
sorry. Let me make it better.
let me
Let me fix this for
give me
you.
a chance, please. Give me a chance. Right.
Yes. Like, I got you. If you just go get another drink. I
Just to
promise I'm gonna bring it back with
I'm
you.
gonna bring
You
you back
I'm gonna
to
make it work. Jesus. Got me in there begging like Keith Sweat to these folks. Please don't
right.
leave. Don't leave.
Don't
Please.
I
Don't
understand.
go.
I understand. I completely understand. So, how did you feel when you started working with bigger name comedians?
Um, you know what? I started so fast. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the first big name I worked with was probably Desi Banks.
Mm-hmm.
I did get to work with Lil Daryl out of Houston before him, and that was fun. I got a chance to meet him, and we've been locked in ever since. And I
Mm-hmm.
would say after him, the next big name that I worked with was Desi Banks. I got to open for Desi out here in Dallas, and that happened on a whim because somebody called me at like 6 o'clock and was like, "I got 2 tickets to go see Desi. I can't go. Do you want them?" And I was like, "Sure, I'm gonna go." I went by myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I just went, and I was like, I didn't even feel qualified to talk to that man. I had only been doing comedy
Oh,
like 2 months, and I was like,
yeah.
I just went and talked to him. You know what I'm saying? And sold myself, and they let me open for him, and he thought that I was super funny. Him and Alton Walker. So
Okay.
like that was like my first, like that was surreal. Like Desi
Yeah.
Banks. I was 2 months
Yeah.
in, two, and I was
Yeah.
like, I I kept saying to people, I was like, bro, I'm not even qualified to be sharing a stage with this man.
Yeah. I get
I
it.
didn't
Yeah.
feel like I was qualified, but it happened, and they was
Right.
pleased. And even when I saw him at Christmas time when he came to
Mm-hmm.
Shreveport, I came down, went
Mm-hmm.
to the show, I was backstage, and I went up to him, and he remembered who I was. Like
Oh,
that
that's it.
means
Look,
something.
that's
You know what
that
I'm
that should have
saying?
told you right there. Use it. Use on
Yeah.
point. You that girl.
I
You're
was
that
like,
girl.
I was like, yeah. I was like, you was like, yeah, from Dallas. Yeah. He was like, yeah, you was funny. Like, that because that was so long ago. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but that was
Yeah.
when I first started. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm meeting you, I'm seeing you again. I was 2 months in at the time, now I'm 2 years in. And you know what I'm saying? So it was just it's a different vibe. And then I got to work with Teddy Ray before he died.
Okay.
Um that was amazing. I got to work with Teddy
Yeah.
Ray and Louis Belt before they died. My homeboy Jay Ken out of Houston, he kind of facilitated for me to be on that show, and he's opened up a lot of doors for me throughout my journey. And and I mean, I worked with Billy Sorrell. I worked with Celebrity the Comedian. Like I work with so many people that's like really out here working and doing stuff, and it's just like crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
your
in the beginning I didn't feel like I belong, but like now, yeah, I belong. I feel it.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So you have amazing credentials like off top. Like before you even like get to the grind, like you already like boom, I don't work with such and such, such and such. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
awesome. That
do.
that
Thank
is awesome.
you.
Um, shucks. Has it been tough for you as a female doing comedy?
Um, so you know how it is for us women.
I know. I,
Ugh.
look, don't get me started because you know I can go in. I can go in about it. Like
Mm.
I can go in about that all
You,
day. So don't get me started. This is about you. This is
I've
about
I've
you.
encountered some weirdos. I've encountered some weirdos.
Hmm.
Being a woman, and I'm already a traveling comic, so I'm
Right.
already having to be on the road. I'm already having to be on the plane and go places
Hmm.
sometimes by myself.
Yeah.
But I will say, so as a woman, we always got to stay vigilant. We always got to keep our head on
Absolutely.
the safe, be mindful of your surroundings because we're women. Um, I will say my biggest issue is with men when it
Hmm.
comes to my comedy. Um, I feel like there's a lot. I don't have problems with women. Like women don't
Right.
bother me. It be
Right.
men, and I think a lot of that is because men are intimidated by me
You
because
took the
I'm a
words out. You
very
took the words out
strong
my mouth.
personality.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah.
I'm a very
I'm with
strong
you.
personality, and I know that, and I walk in that. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think like with on the comedy side of it, I've had like 4 shows at this
Mm-hmm.
point where I've been verbally disrespected by men
Mm-hmm.
because they started with me and I
Mm-hmm.
got on them and I
Mm-hmm.
got called all kind of B's and H's.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Everything,
I done been
everything
called
but the
out my
child of God.
name,
Uh-huh. I
but
know.
they not understanding that doesn't do anything but fuel me. So
Right.
if you say something to me and I say something to you and I hurt your feelings and I see I hurt your feelings, I'ma dig deeper.
Oh,
I'ma stick
absolutely. You
that
supposed
knife in and
look.
I'm gonna turn it.
And you
Like, come on.
for
This is what I do.
this is what you
This is
exactly.
what I do. So
Exactly.
if you start with me, I'm gonna finish it, bro.
Period.
And they be getting
Period.
mad, and I done got caught out my name. But baby, look, let me tell you something. First of all, don't be sensitive coming to no comedy show. Second of all,
Right.
don't sit in the front row if you don't want to be bothered. Because
Right.
I'm an interactive comedian. That's what I
Yeah.
call it. I talk to my audience. I mess with people. I go off the feedback. You know what I'm saying? I like to
Oh
talk
yeah,
to
yeah,
my
yeah.
crowd. I make eye
Oh yeah.
contact with
Yeah.
people. Like, I
Yeah.
want you to know I'm talking to you. So if you don't want to be bothered, don't sit your butt in the front.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But don't
Period.
think you finna disrespect me, because at the end of the day, baby, I'm from Shreveport and I'm from the Cooper Road, and I will show you that real quick where I come
Absolutely.
from.
Because it's the kind of place
But
everybody
these
can't
niggas,
go.
they be trying. You might find yourself getting up off the floor. Good, these folks be trying it. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I done said this a lot. The comedy be saving people because I be
Hmm.
working on my mouth and my attitude. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
The perception people have of me on the comedy side is different from if you know me in real life before that,
Right.
because I be trying
Right.
to be
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, trust me, trust me, I get it. And I'm actually jealous because you had coaches. My God.
yeah, yeah,
I'm jealous. Look, we got it out the way.
yeah,
Look,
I
like I
definitely
said,
did.
that was long. Look, long. But I think I started. My first time I was on stage was like 2007, 2008.
Ooh,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
wow.
that.
You've been doing it a long time.
I have. I have. It's 2000, 2000. It was 2007, 2008. Because that's when
Everybody swear I've been doing comedy way longer. And I'm like, no, I haven't even hit 3 years yet. But I've been working so much, I feel like I've been doing it longer.
yeah. Yeah. It everything just happens so fast. So it's like when I did my first show, I was booked. I ended up being booked that whole weekend, and next thing I know, I'm hosting and performing some everywhere. So it's like it happens
Yes.
pretty darn fast. Pretty darn fast.
I'm laughing at the
So
comments because I'm laughing at the comments. She was like, you finished it. I was there. She must have been at one of them shows that I that I got called out my name. I'm sorry. They just caught me out guard.
but you have to like and I be telling people that, I tell women that when they ask me about stuff, like as a woman in a male dominated industry, like you got to be strong. Because these doodoo heads will try to
Got to be.
play you like you
It
don't know
will.
no better, like you not gonna take up for yourself, try to give you less money, try to pay you. What I hated back then was when comedy got kind of heavy way long time ago here, people would use the exposure. They didn't want to pay.
Mm.
They just ex
Yeah.
exposure. And that used to like that
That'll burn
exposure
you up.
stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, the exposure stuff got a lot of people, got the wrong side of me to a lot of people, because I was like, I sit it
Because
I
you essentially asking for my work for free.
yeah.
You asking for my work for free. And I get it. You have to do that to a certain extent. But I'm not going to do it if it does not benefit me
uh,
in a way.
right.
And at at this point, no, I'm not Kevin Hart. I'm not the top of my game. But I've been getting paid since my first show,
And that's
which
good.
is not a lot of comedians' journey.
Yeah,
And I
right,
know that
right.
because of the conversations that I've had. I've been blessed that I've had more paid shows and I've had to do free shows.
Yeah.
And um and so for me to do something for free, I got to really see the benefit in it for me to do it, because I'll turn it down if I don't want to do it.
Oh
I have a
yeah.
full-time job. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the money, but you also not gonna just use my
Uh-huh.
gift for your gain. It needs to benefit me as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm very
100% agree.
particular about, and I know I be on a lot of shows and a lot of flyers,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm about my business. I'm about my
Yeah.
business too.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's real good too that you started getting paid off top, because and that's what a lot of things I did. Like once you start doing stuff for free, that's what people gonna start expecting. And then you got to work
Mm,
hard to build your name up and be like, okay, that was when I first started. I am a professional. I don't do free no more.
yeah.
So that's good that's
And
good
see,
that
I started getting
uh,
paid from the beginning because I
yeah.
remember I was talking to this one girl, and she said, we was talking to each other, and she was like, "How long you been doing comedy?" And I told her I was like probably a year and a half in, and or a year in, something like that. And I said, "Well, how long you been doing comedy?" She's like, "Oh, like um 4 years or so." And she was like, "I'm so excited! I just got my first paid gig." I said, "What?"
What?
And I was like,
What? What?
"And man, when I tell you, I had been in a year." And I think the only shows that I had were the shows with the big names on them
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
had done for free. So I was
yeah,
like, and it made me that alone made me understand the struggle that comedians have to go through, and
yeah,
how, like, it made me understand how special what I was doing was,
yeah.
because I ain't know nothing about that. That was my ministry. 4 years and you just got your first paid gig.
Ain't no way.
And I'm like,
Uh-uh.
you got to
Eh.
really love this. You got to
You
really love this. You got to
cause like
really love this.
cause life is
I had to build
expensive.
love.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah,
about it. I
yeah.
was like,
Life expensive. So you ain't finna
like,
somebody people it's a couple people that tell me all the time, I'm talking about I only see you outside if you getting paid. That's right. Because I can sleep at the house for free. I can stay at home for
look,
free.
man. And then with me being in Dallas, that's super hard because you got to stay out. You got to be out. You got to be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
You got, luckily, luckily, I'm building such a name for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, it just be weird how people react to me when I come around, or like, it's weird. I'm getting used to stuff, but you have to almost be like a socialite when you're doing this
Yeah,
too,
that's
because
true.
sometimes the difference between you getting an opportunity over somebody else might be them just seeing your face.
That's
Like,
right. That's true.
I don't. I've gotten opportunities where I went to other shows to support other comics, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody saw me and was like, "Vanity, what you doing on such and such day? What you doing
Mm-hmm.
that day? I want to put you on my show." But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's not that they not thinking about you, but it's like it's so many of us.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
done popped out, and you just saw me, and you was like, "What you doing? I know you funny. I want you on my show." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Let me look at my calendar real quick." I look at my calendar. I'm like, "I'm free. What's up?"
I know that's right. Don't slip
And we
that
go from
deposit
there.
to me right now. Slip that deposit to me so I can lock you.
So I can lock you in.
So I can lock you. Gonna
So
slide
I
me
can
that
lock you
deposit so
in.
I can lock you in. Cause
I lock you
yeah,
in.
I'm available if the deposit available. I'm available too.
Look.
I understand.
Girl, you
I
is crazy,
understand.
but you telling the truth.
I understand. Sure. So
Yes.
so how did you get into the acting side?
Okay, so acting, that's kind of one of those things like, okay, I'm getting into comedy and
Mm-hmm.
I want to get into some acting. I was in a group called Act Up, and we did shows,
Mm-hmm.
live shows. They was similar to like Wildin' Out. We had two
Okay.
teams and we would get up, we would act out scenes and do improv. You know, we was a live
Okay.
improv group. It was really cool. We had a nice little long run, and I kind of, that's when I kind of found my love for getting into acting.
Okay.
And then I did have an opportunity to be on the show. I was playing a prostitute. That was actually my first acting role. Somebody called me to be a prostitute. I really wasn't supposed to have lines, but it was two of us, and the other girl had the lines all day, and she didn't learn them. So they ended up telling me to learn them. I learned them in like 30 minutes. And they was like,
Okay.
okay, y'all split the lines up, but we want you to say the majority of them. And I was like, okay. And I was helping her. And we did that. That was for a show called The Bounty that was supposed to be coming out. I don't know if it's still gonna come out or not, but
Okay.
that was my actual official first acting role.
Okay.
Um and I think it's supposed to come out on Paramount Plus, but I don't know when it's actually supposed to come out.
Okay.
But after, so I have auditioned for certain stuff, but I didn't get the roles.
Right.
Um, but after I did my headlining show in April, because I always set goals for myself, and because things are moving so fast, I'm constantly
Mm-hmm.
knocking goals out every couple
Right.
months.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
after I did my fast, after
Yeah.
I did my headlining show, I was like, okay, what's next? Like, what am I gonna do next? And I was like, I want to tap into acting more. And so like literally I was looking into getting an acting coach and just focusing on, trying to do auditions and stuff like that. And I mean, before I could really do anything, I got a
Mm-hmm.
call from DeMarcus Bailey. He called me and I was like, this is like literally a few months after the show. And he offered me a role in a movie. He was
Okay.
like, basically, I auditioned for a movie for him last year, or
Mm-hmm.
was it last year? I think it was either last year, yeah, last year or earlier this year, something like that. Whenever it was, I auditioned, I didn't get the role. But he had
Okay.
been paying attention to me, and he had started coming around, coming to some stuff I was at, and he had been watching me. And when he started working on this movie, he wrote a role specifically for me.
Wow.
Yes. So
Look,
he
you
called
special.
me, look, baby, he saw something in me and he
Yeah.
called me and was like, I got a role for you. And I was like, okay. And he told me about it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how it went. And
Yeah.
we you seen some of the promo stuff. We start filming in October. And then
Mm-hmm.
he backdoored and called me about a stage play. So I'll be
Okay.
doing a stage play and a movie around this at the same, pretty much at the same time. Thank
How
you.
do you ke- how do you I see I know my mind base. I've done maybe two plays, but baby, my mind bad. Once that, like I said, once my adrenaline get going, all the lines just do this. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna,
It's
look. I'm
it's
gonna let
gonna
y'all
be
have
tough.
it.
It's gonna be tough because it's my first for both. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got a lead role in the movie and I got
Yeah.
a stage play. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be tough because I'm doing two things at once for the first time. I'm
Okay.
learning two
Okay.
scripts.
So look, let me get to the good questions. How are you managing your time doing two things at one time that you've never really like done before? How are you managing your time?
Look, let me tell you something. This is one of them right here, baby.
Yeah.
I got stuff highlighted and
Okay.
ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you see that? I got my lines highlighted.
Yeah.
Like, I went through. I got sticky notes. Just
Yeah.
reading through the move. Now, I will say that's the movie script. The movie script is a little easier for me. It to me because like I feel like she really embodies me. Like she really
Okay.
is me. And both of them are comedic roles. So I know I'm gonna
Okay.
also have a little room to play with them as well. But the I'm more so focused on the stage play because
Mm-hmm.
I learn lines easy. I read through the scripts. I know what I gotta do. As far as the movie, to play.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Somebody
I
had
couldn't.
called
No,
me.
you had the microphone or something went off or something like
Yeah,
this.
I got a phone call. Girl,
Oh, okay.
you won't believe who just called me, and I had to. I'm gonna have to call him back. Good Shucky Ducky just called me.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay,
was
okay.
like, and I look. I don't want to end call on Shucky Ducky, but I'm gonna call you right back, bro. If you watching Shucky, I'm gonna call you right back. Jesus Christ. Dang, it's crazy. That's crazy. Like Shucky Ducky got my phone number, bro. Like
Right. Listen, you the one. You
that's
the one.
crazy.
Period. You the one.
Crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm more so focused on the stage play because I know it's in the moment and
Mhm.
I have to have those lines ready to go. The movie, I can kind of, depending on what days we filming, I can kind of
Mhm.
play and work with my character
Right.
and work with
Right.
my lines. Like I don't have to know the whole script today. I just need
Right.
to know this much or this much. I do have a acting coach that's going to be working with me and helping
Okay.
me. Um, we're gonna start working on the movie soon. Working on both of them, period. He's helping me out,
Okay.
just to make sure I have my character development ready and I'm ready to go and I know everything. So yeah, I'm taking this very seriously and I'm allotting the time. I've kind of already kind of tried to slow down on some
Mhm.
shows because I need time to get this together because I want
Yeah.
it to be right. This is my first movie. This is my first stage play. I want them to be perfect. So I've kind of had to turn down some stuff because I need to take time to make sure this is good. And I'm still doing some, but some, first of all, it seems like everybody wants to book everything on the same day. Like,
Don't get me started. Don't get me
bro, my
don't get me
schedule
started.
from now until the end of the year
Don't
is
get me
so
started.
nuts. My
Don't get me
schedule
started.
is. I don't even want you to see my calendar for the rest of the year. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. Like I don't think,
mine for September is kind of wild. So I don't even want to like
bro.
but you know, so I kind of do the same thing. I kind of do the same thing you do in the sense it's like I prioritize right now what's most important. So it's some stuff like I love when I do photography. I love photography, but I haven't been able to do it as much because I still got my full-time job and then my podcast been booming. So I'm trying to keep up the momentum of the podcast going now since you know what I'm saying. Everybody
Yeah,
being tuned in and everybody trying to get an interview in and stuff like that. So my main focus as of right now is basically the podcast. So it's a lot of stuff that I've had to turn down, even though I love when I do my photography. But it's a lot of stuff that I had to turn down so I can focus and have my energy elsewhere where it
yeah.
need to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to especially when you have so much stuff simultaneously going on. Like I
Yes.
got the stage play, I got the movie, I got shows and
Yeah.
just trying to make sure that I'm present and ready for
Hmm.
each and everything I got. It's like I'm not slowing down right now. I'm not slowing down at all. Like there's no room to slow down. I have literally between now
Yeah.
and the end of the year is my schedule is tight. If
Yeah.
y'all don't call me now, you probably
Yeah.
not gonna get me because
Yeah, that's why I was like, I know me and you discussed this interview like some months ago, and I was like, you know what, we got to get it in before I have to talk to her agent, her man. I be cussing folks out. Let me talk to Saturday. I need to talk to her today. So I was like, I be like, let me get it in before I have to talk to 30 people before I can actually get to her.
look, I'm trying to tell you, right now, everybody still talk to me, and I do have somebody that's helping me now. And
Yeah.
I'm still having trouble letting go of everything just to even
Oh,
give
it's
her
hard.
stuff to do.
It's
It's hard.
hard. It's
It's
hard.
hard
It's hard. I see,
because
and
I'm
that's
so
why
used to
people have
running
talked
everything.
yeah, so people have told me that I need a team, I need an assist, and I just stare at them like, y'all know my trust issues is high. I can't trust I can't trust everybody. And I'm like, I don't have the in me right now. I don't have the power to let go of, you know, everything that I got going on. Cause I could easily have somebody to like record, shoot, edit, whatever I need to be done, but I just won't.
It be so hard.
I
And
just
it's
won't
like
do
I
it.
feel
I
like
can't let it
nobody can
go.
handle my business like me. But
Yeah,
at some point I'm going to have to let go because I'm
absolutely.
getting so
Yes,
busy, and it's gonna be everybody can't talk to me all the time.
that's right.
Like,
That's right.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy, bro. I looked up, I didn't have nothing for the like my summer was nuts. And I was looking at my schedule getting coming towards July and like what the end in July, and I'm like, okay, what's going on for the rest of the year? And I know in an instant things can change. And literally, I mean, before July was up, it was like call after call after
Mhm.
call. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta go here. I gotta go to New Orleans. I gotta go to Minnesota. I gotta like everything started coming up, and it's like the rest of my year is planned out for me.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
already I'm already looking at January and
Oh
February.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are we gonna be doing in next year?
Right.
Because this
Right.
year is about to be over. I'm about to hit 3 years. This year is about to be
Mhm.
over. Once I'm done with this movie and this stage play, okay, what's next?
Yes. Yeah. I get it. I do my calendar by the month. And September was full for me though a couple of months ago. September was full for me. So I
Mm-hmm.
actually started, I'm actually starting with I said October. I schedule my breaks. I believe
Okay.
in resting. I believe in and I said to myself, October, I'm not doing no podcasts, no interviews, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. But it's a couple of people on
That's
my
what you
pod.
said.
That's what I said.
Yeah. That don't mean that's what you're gonna do.
That don't mean that's what I'm gonna do. Because I be having a list of people that I be wanting to talk to and interview. So it's like being that I be trying to get busy people, I try to and that's why I told somebody I don't have set dates for my podcast. Like I don't say tune in every Tuesday because the people I'm trying to get, they busy just like I'm busy. So it's
When
like
stuff
I have
come
to
up.
right. And so I just have to get them in when I have to get them in when I can. But I said I was gonna chill in October, but I mean don't
You're not.
know.
You're not.
I don't know.
You're
So
not. You're
okay,
not.
so how do you not get burnt out?
Oh Lord. That you know what? I'm still working on that
Mm-hmm.
because I am so busy and I have
Mm-hmm.
to still go to work every day.
That's right.
People think, but I just
That's
ran into
right.
two people last week at work. Both of them was on third shift. I work first shift. I work 6 to 2,
Okay.
and I was coming into work, and I had two women stop me and say, "Bro, you still work here?" And I said,
Mm.
"Yes, I still work here. I still got bills to pay."
That's
But
right.
people see me working so much outside, they
Yeah.
don't realize I'm still getting up, going to work at
it-
6 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
Like I gotta go to an event tonight. I'm going and I'm when I get off of here, you see I
Yeah.
got my face on. When I
Yeah.
go when I get done with this, I'm finna go finish getting ready, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
going to an event tonight, and I still gotta be at work at 6 tomorrow morning.
The grind don't stop.
And I gotta drive to Tyler tomorrow night for a
Yeah.
show. And I
Yeah.
gotta drive back to Dallas after the show. I'm not staying
Yeah.
in Tyler. I gotta come back because I got a clothing drive I gotta do on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
gotta come to Shreveport on Sunday.
Right. Right.
I
Because you a
got I because I
feature.
gotta do words over
Words of a
lattes on
latte.
Monday.
Yes. Y'all make sure
I
y'all check
got
us out.
Tuesday. Yes,
Yeah.
please. I got
Monday.
Tuesday off.
Go ahead.
I got Tuesday off. I'll be back in Dallas. And on
Uh-huh.
Wednesday, I'll be back at work.
Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. This coming Tuesday, Labor Day. I mean, no. I don't know my days of the week.
No, it's Labor Day.
It's
Monday
on a
is Labor
Monday.
Day.
It's on a
Monday's Labor
Monday.
Day. I'll be at Words Over
Monday.
Lattes.
Monday, Labor Day. She is a feature at Words Over Latte. I was gonna come, but I got the host open mic Monday as well.
Where?
It don't get me the line. I'm posting the flyer as soon as we done.
Okay.
Mine started 7:30.
I think I start at
I think
8:39.
yeah, something
I
like
might
that.
swing through there first.
Do that.
If
Do
I
that.
can, I swing by there first.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So um wow, first of all, I feel special because I feel let me get this off my chest. I feel special because
Yeah.
you declined the call from Shucky Ducky to continue the interview. Listen, listen. I
And I'm gonna
this
call you right back as soon as I get
I
off.
know, I know it. That right there, y'all. That right there, y'all. I'm putting that in the book of accomplishment because that's how special I am, and that's
Hmm.
how cool and dope this podcast is. That she declined a phone call from Shucky Ducky. Quack quack. Okay, that's that's
I
it.
love you,
And
Chucky.
I'm gonna post about it on the internet. I'm just want to let y'all know that Shucky Ducky got declined because of me.
I'm hollering. Period.
Period. Period.
That's my boy. Me and him we've been trying to work together. He hasn't had a chance to actually see my set, but of course he's been hearing about me. He was very hurt. He didn't get to come to my headlining show because he had to go out of town.
Okay.
But like he be calling me, we be talking like he one of the people I can pick his brain. Hey, you coming up to the improv tonight? You coming up? Because
Yeah.
he'll pop in, like we go up there and see other artists when they come in town and stuff like that. So he always hit me up and stuff like that. Like he's real cool down to
And
earth dude.
see, I don't think people understand like how important and how dope they make us feel when we have goats on standby, ready to inform us, ready to drop game, ready to answer questions, ready for
Thanks.
us to come through like y'all.
Cause that's how
It's
I've gotten where that's why people think that I've been doing this so much longer. But that's
yeah,
because when I got in, the OGs embraced me.
straight up.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
OGs embraced me immediately. And like they was giving me game and I was soaking this game in and I'm older, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
yeah,
a lot of up and coming comedians gonna be kind of young. I'm more on the older side, even though I'm young. Like,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
young
I get
comic,
it.
but I'm a little older. I'm 35.
I get it.
So I'm a little bit more established and I don't look at things how other one, I'm not a starving artist because I have a full-time job.
Right.
And two, I'm not, I just look at things a little differently because I don't play with this. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make this my life. I want to
Yeah.
get away from my job. So
Right. Right.
I take it really, really serious. And you know what I'm saying? I put my all into it every time I get on stage. So,
Yeah.
I think that's why everybody feels like I've been doing this way longer than I've been doing. I'm like, no, I ain't even hit 3 years yet.
And you going like you full force with it, like for real. Like
Yeah.
everybody is excited to see you, especially when you come down here. Because I'm gonna tell you, my phone blew up when we was on this show together. When Scooby first Sunday show, like
Yes.
my phone blew up. Like no lie, text message, phone call. You on the show with Vanity? I'm like, no, Vanity on the show with me. Okay, I'm the veteran here.
You are the veteran. You
I'm
the
the veteran.
OG.
I'm the OG.
I'm
That's what
hollering.
I'm telling
Because
you.
you did that in the show to me. I know y'all here to see her, but
I mean, I am so for real. I was like, you on the show with Vanity? No, no, no. Y'all finna respect my name. You're gonna
I'm
respect my
hollering.
name. She
I'm
is on the show
hollering.
with me. Okay. I started this shit.
You
I
made sure you
started.
said that. You
I
made
sure
sure you
did.
said that
I
too.
sure did.
That was
Blowing me up.
so
I
funny.
can't wait to see you on the show with Vanity. No, no, no.
I can't wait to see Vanity on the show with you.
I was so upset. I was
That
angry.
is so funny,
Like
cause and I know you tell the truth, cause that's really how it happened. That's so funny, bro. That is so funny.
oh, go ahead and give us your go ahead and give us your social media information.
Yes. Okay. So everybody, y'all can follow me on Facebook, of course, under Vanity. Well, Vanity. I also have a Facebook comedy page under Vanity the comedian. Girl, I'm over here getting tongue tied. I know I ain't drunk, but my IG is Vanity the comedian as well. My TikTok is Vanity the comedian, and I recently started actually utilizing my YouTube page. Hey,
Okay.
Jeremy. Um, So my YouTube, you can start. I'm gonna be very intentional about
Mhm.
making sure I'm putting stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can YouTube me already. Look up Vanity the comedian. You'll see some interviews I've done. I started my page with my actual video from my highlight video from my headlining show. So
Okay.
I be looking forward to more stuff being posted. I plan on getting more content out on my YouTube channel so people can just go
Right.
there and see stuff as well. But
Right.
the best way to find out what I have going on is on my social media. My Instagram is up. Everything I'm doing, I post on my Instagram.
Mhm.
All the links to any upcoming shows. When I get the links, they go in my link tree. So, if you need tickets to shows, go to my link tree or
Yeah.
look at the flyer. All the information be there.
Right, right. And something else I asked, I know
Hey,
you gotta
Dante.
be I know you got to be somewhere. Look,
Oh, no,
I've
you good.
already got my cloud card because you declined Shucky Ducky for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go because you got somewhere else to be. So what I usually do you have any and I'm not gonna say not just people who are getting not just for comedians, but like people who are getting in the entertainment business, period. Because right now you everywhere. I've seen you be guest on podcasts. I be watching your interviews, all that shit. Do you have any motivational for words for people who are itching to get in the business in the entertainment business?
Of course, I don't claim to know everything. And it's so funny because people call me and want to talk to me and get advice from me as if I know everything, and I don't.
Don't
I'm
get me
like, well,
started.
I don't, because I've only been doing this for like
Yeah,
2 shakes.
yeah.
But what the best thing I can tell people, especially fellow comedians, is
Mm-hmm.
comedians always want to know, well, how you do this and how you do that, how you
Mm-hmm.
get work, how and the thing is, um you have to just work, put the work in, go to open mics, sit down, take writing classes if you have to, write your
Mm-hmm.
jokes, write your material. When you work, somebody will see you.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing I can tell people. Work and somebody will see you. Like I said, sometimes the difference between me getting the opportunity and somebody else is me just showing up somewhere and they seeing my face. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Stay open, stay relevant, stay out in people's faces, like be in their face. I post
Yeah,
every flyer I got, and I'm gonna post them over and over again until y'all get tired of them. And then
you
I'm
got
gonna post
to.
them some more. You know what I'm saying? So um you have to stay down and working, and somebody will see you. And another thing, stop trying to compare your path to somebody else's. Because I have to tell people that, because they look at the things that I've done and then they be like, well, why that's not happening for me? But everybody's blueprint is different. And
Absolutely.
I can give you
Absolutely.
all the game in the world. That don't mean your path gonna still be my path. Your
Right.
path is yours. So you need to walk in your own path and do your own work. And what's gonna come to you in your time. And the third thing I have to say is, and this is for anybody in any aspect of life, stop being scared. Fear and faith do not reside in the same place.
Come on.
Um, I let fear hinder me for a long time
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like I couldn't do comedy. When in fact I can, and I'm really good at it. But it was my fear that kept me from getting on this stage, because I feared that nobody would like me. I feared that I couldn't do it. I feared that this wasn't for me. When I
Right.
stopped being afraid and I
Mm-hmm.
actually started doing, it
Mm-hmm.
made a world of a difference. And that's why you see me doing everything. You see
Yeah.
me doing interviews. You see me
Right.
posting stuff. You see
Right.
me acting. You see me doing a stage play,
Right.
because I stopped letting fear get in the way. And when I stopped letting fear get in the way, doors started opening all over the place. And
Right.
I'm not afraid to try. Try.
Absolutely.
Who cares if
Absolutely.
it don't work?
Yes.
At least you can say you did it. I'd rather say I did 100 things and 50 of them didn't work out than to say I only did 50 and the other 50 I just didn't do it because I was scared.
Right. Right. And everybody tell
No.
people like I said, stage plays. I only did two, and I realized I'm finna. I still put on my resume, but
Yeah.
I still put actress on my
Facts.
resume. But like I did two, and I was like, you know what? Nah, it's cool, but I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
remember this.
And everybody's gonna, you gonna do stuff along the
Mm-hmm.
way. and everything's not gonna work. Everything's
Right,
not gonna stick.
right.
You can do stand up and be like, I want to be a great stand up. You can do hosting and be like, you know what, I just want to be a host. I don't
Uh-huh.
book me for no shows unless I'm hosting.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can pick and choose what it is you want to do, but at least try it and see if you like it.
Right, 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 right.
You
All
know,
right,
because that's
all
better than not doing it.
it. Period. Right. So look, I just want to thank y'all. Thank you to my Facebook friends and fam. Thank you to my YouTube viewers. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, Run Brown, Veronica Run Brown on Facebook. Go like the Also Dope Network YouTube page. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got so much stuff going on. I just don't remember till it's time to walk out the house and go to wherever. I don't be
But
knowing till I walk out the house and go to wherever I need to be. But I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of I'm gonna start doing different classes like marketing classes, creative classes, and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. If you just not tuning in, look, it's on the internet. So like I said, Facebook, YouTube, go ahead and run it back. And don't forget, y'all can always catch me on K-Ham Radio Wednesdays at 7:30, and you can catch me on Flex Radio Mondays and Wednesdays 8 to 10. Thank you so much, Vanity.
you're
Tell Shucky
welcome.
Ducky I'm sorry he got declined.
That is the funniest thing. That is the theme of this episode, baby. Look,
this this the
I
only
had to
thing that matters.
decline Shucky
Shucky
Ducky for
Ducky,
you.
Shucky Ducky got declined. That's what this
You know I
podcast
love
about.
you. You know I
This
love
what the
you.
podcast is
This
about.
is what it's
Shucky
about.
Ducky, Shucky Ducky, quack quack, got declined. L. Bye.
My God, I'm done.